All right, so hey, how's everyone going? Just making sure everything's recording good. All right, so hey, how you guys doing? I'm going to show you in this lesson how to draw abs and make them look cool for comic books. And it's a request I get a lot, like how do you make your abs look cool? For those that don't know who I am, I'm the top art instructor at Udemy, and I'm also the best-selling author of How to Draw Awesome Figures. I'm also a comic artist. You can follow some of my comic books. I'm coming out with a new one here soon. And anyway, so let's start with the ribcage. So this is going to be for a male. We're just going to kind of put in basic shapes here. Kind of have that center line coming down. Alright, so if we want to give this dude some muscles here, first off, let's kind of add this little bit of shape right here. Just for now, just like where his, that's going to be like where his rib cage, that's a little bit too high, but his rib cage should actually be down here more. Sorry about that. I was trying to pay attention to make sure everything's recording correctly and where it needs to be recording. Alright, so we're going to add this rib cage right here. We're just going to add just like a little shape like this and this right here. Now for the abs, the main trick is how you draw and shade them. So for the first set of abs, kind of have this curved line here and then kind of come up like this right here. These are the small set of abs. Then have curved lines right here. You want a little bit of space between them. Now how you shade them, to me, is the most important. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here so we can see this. And I'm going to go to a smaller brush here. Boom, like that. So how you shade them is you kind of want to come around like this and up like this. And it all depends on where the light's coming from. Like so, like that. Right, now the next set of abs you want to continue on. This one's a little bit longer, but you want to continue on with that kind of shape like this. And don't fully connect the lines. So I think that's one of the things that help abs look cool, is just kind of indicating where lines are at. Now the next set of abs will be here. We're going to add just a little bit of indent there. You can have the indent for the belly button. And for these last abs, it depends what you want. If you want to give them 8 abs, you can add another set right here, and then have that last line just kind of coming down like that. Or if you just want to go with the 6, you can do that as well. You can also add the other one up here, right on top of the ribs, underneath the pecs, and then have this last one just go down like this. So either way, you can give them 8-pack or a 6-pack. You'll see both are possible, but 6-packs are more popular amongst people. Not popular, but they're more common. Now, just remember that same kind of shadowing kind of goes like this and then thin. And remember that the ab is actually a very thin muscle. It doesn't stick out. It doesn't protrude out a lot. So if you shade it wrong and add too much shading to it, that is something that looks too thick, it'll make it look like big lumps, and you don't want that. Now these ones are really thin, so I usually just add just a little bit of shading for these side ones here, like so, because they go down long. And then down here you'd have your crotch area and stuff like that. Now the love handles I think are cool and important too, but I'm going to kind of just add a little bit of shape. Oops, a little bit of shape here. And then the pec muscles. Remember, you have the sternum, and the pec muscles attached to that sternum, so there's always space between the pec muscles unless they're like flexing and pushing them together or something. And then they connect over here actually to the humerus bone. And I'm going to go into the arms as well. And then take the halfway point from here to here, and you have like a line coming straight down. And that halfway point, that's where the ribs usually end. That's where the middle of the arm goes. But anyway, so your deltoids actually connect around. And this is supposed to be just an ab tutorial, but I'm just going to quickly kind of put in some shapes here. I will make them not too buff. So you see kind of a side view. You have the brachialis, and comes down like this, and the other muscle comes around. Yeah, that muscle there. Anyway, so that's all we're going to do for right there. So the pec muscle connects to the same place the deltoid connects, on the side of the humerus bone, and it connects all the way up here to the collarbone as well. And so the pec muscle also connects all the way down here and kind of connects to these first like floating ribs. So it has a shape kind of like this, and then comes up, connects right here, and it goes underneath. So the deltoid actually connects to the collarbone as well. It connects all the way around the collarbone to the back of the scapula, and the deltoid comes down, has like kind of a shape like that. the pec muscle actually comes across right here and goes underneath there first, and it goes underneath the deltoid and connects to the same place where, like right underneath the deltoid. And then the bicep actually goes under and it connects underneath both these muscles. I can actually come like this more because that's where the pec muscle is more like that. That's what gives it that upward shape right there. And yeah, I know I said this was supposed to be about just abs, but let's just really quickly go through this here. Just get a quick little anatomy lesson. Oops, that's not how it'd be shaded, because we got this, it's going to be shaded low here and then kind of out like this because we have the same lighting as the abs. So boom, like that. And then you can have the lat muscles be as big as you want, and you'd have the muscles come down like that to the rib. They kind of shape like that. But anyway, not really going to shade those in right now. Right, so anyways, as you can see, you can start to make it look like, you know, coolness, and it's like different shapes of deltoids and stuff like that. You can draw to really, you know, make the guy look cool. Like, you know, you want that kind of cool factor with your character. Easy way to do that. And I'm not going to shade all these other things right now, but anyway, where that latissimus dorsi and the pecs come in here underneath the arm, and when you raise the arm, when I showed the anatomy of the arm, I can make actually that deltoid's a little bit too high. It should come down a little bit lower, about like to here or so. But you get the idea anyway. When I do that quick tutorial on arms, on a quick anatomy and how to make arms look cool. But yeah, so there you have it. And then if you want like love handles, you know, you can, you know, how you draw them and stuff, you can actually have this kind of cool like line come in right here. And that looks kind of cool, and you can just kind of shade it just a little bit just to kind of give it some form. And how to draw form and all that kind of stuff, that comes with time, and it comes with a lot of study and practice. And I have an entire course that teaches how to shade things, like how you're supposed to look at lighting of objects. But you can see here, this looks kind of cool, but having this straight up and down, it's okay, but you can make it look better. And the way to make this look even better, in my opinion, for the abs, is to erase, let's just go ahead and erase the edges here. Let's go against the standard, and let's make these top ones be thinner and longer, like so. I'm actually going to go this way with it. I don't know why I went the other way. Went backwards as if it was being top lit. And then this one we're going to go just a little bit shorter here, like so. And then go thick to thin on each side. And then this one will be even smaller. Like that. If you do something like that, that's just done really quickly, you get an idea. It looks pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and make another layer here. I'm going to turn down this layer. Actually, a cool trick if you're using Manga Studio or Clip Studio Paint is you select the layer we were just drawing on, which is a transparent layer. The paper color is underneath it. And then you click this white lock layer, and it's called Lock Transparency Tool. Now what this does is makes it to where you can only draw on the pixels that are on that layer. In this case, what we just drew. So now I can take that and I can color it blue with a big brush. And notice it only colors the lines that I drew on that layer. Just make sure it's a transparency layer that you're drawing on. And now I can go up to this layer and I can pick black ink pen, and I like the G pen personally. Now we can come in here, we can zoom in, and we can make this look even cooler. So we'll go ahead and draw a line here. Boom, boom. We'll have the love handle come up a little bit higher. All right, we're gonna have this kind of rib cage shape here. Now for the abs, again, I'm going to come out even a little bit longer here. And another thing that makes them, I think makes them look cooler is when you take the ab and kind of pull it up like this. So it has this kind of shape like that to it. And we're going to come down like that. And like so. Now the next ab, the same thing. I'm gonna have it short here on this side, and we're gonna kind of curve up and out over here, and we're gonna come down thin like this. Same thing here, and we want to make sure to have that curve in there. And it's really about the shading. It's about what do you actually see as far as shading goes. And if you start to look at things like that, rather than the whole shape of the line, look more at the shadowing that something has to it. That is the overall, like, where does the shadows go? And that, let that define the object. And you'll find that it starts looking cooler, in my opinion. That's the dip, so the belly button is actually shaded the opposite direction. And you can see there you have some really cool looking abs. And if you want, you can even add just a couple of lines here and there just to kind of fill in some of the gaps. If you wanted to just kind of show, where some more of that shape is coming from for the abs. And maybe even right here like this. And I like using stippling, like just little lines, little dashes. And then you can have the love handle right here. Right, so there you have it. Cool abs. So if you apply that to your abs when you're drawing your figure, your character, try to add abs that have that kind of shape to it. So the basic shape is kind of like rounded, and it kind of comes up, and then it has a shape like this. You can kind of fix it. That's the full shape. That's the kind of shape of the ab. And if it was connecting again here, make it a little bit shorter. It comes down, comes up like that. So that's the full shape, but you're only drawing partial of that shape. And there you have it. So add cool abs to your comic characters, and at least I think it makes the abs look cooler this way versus the standard like abs I see people draw, which is kind of more like this, and they kind of just go like that, and they have this more like square blocky look to them. It just, I don't know, to me they don't look as cool as adding that curve shaped to them. So that's the basic shape. I'm gonna make sure this whole basic shape is more apparent here, kind of having a shape like that. Alright, so there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you guys want to share your guys' work. Feel free to. If it's linked to like a DeviantArt account or something like that. Normally, any type of link you put in there, it's gonna put it in spam. But if you do it right away, then I can capture it. And sorry, my wife's in the background below drying her hair now. But if you capture it right away, then I catch it right away, then I can accept the link. And so if it's a link to like a DeviantArt account or something like that, specifically to drawing abs, then I'll approve it. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that share button. Sorry about the noise in the background, but hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, hit that share button and leave a comment. I appreciate it. And subscribe to see more. Alright, thanks for watching.